All right, Facebook people. My goodness. Welcome back to Mike's Magic Auto Detailing and Motorcycles and Paint Enhancement here in Sharpsburg, Georgia. As you can see, Sally is back home, running good. It was a couple simple fixes. The skipping, he said, he thought was caused by my throttle body, just needed adjusting. It's a Cobra throttle body anyway. It's not the OEM one, to give it a little bit more oomph. So maybe it just got out of adjustment. Who knows? Who knows? We'll see how that holds up. And the coolant leak was just a clamp, needed tightening on a hose, the lower radiator hose. So that was an easy fix, but I couldn't get up under there to find it. So that's okay. Just a couple of bucks to get it fixed. It wasn't a big deal. But I wanted to catch y'all up on what I've been doing. You may remember I was working on shining that up. And after playing around with the stuff I was showing you guys earlier, I decided I needed to go more aggressive. I mean, after all, this is bare aluminum. So, man, I think that thing turned out looking pretty darn good for having to do it while it's still on the bike. I could probably get it better than what it is. I forget the name of this cover here. I'm going to sit down on my stool. But what I ended up doing was, one, I got rid of that wool pad I was showing you guys earlier. It just wasn't tough enough, and I went to a more durable wool pad than that one. Some more aggressive polish. I went old school with the old Meguiar's 105, which is some very aggressive compound. But the other thing that I did was I got a metal cup brush out, hit it with that lightly. It took that stuff right off. Of course, after you do that, then I won't show you, but then I went over that with 1,000 grit sandpaper, then 3,000 grit sandpaper, and then went to my rotary with that pad on it and that other polish I showed you guys earlier. This stuff right here, this Zephyr, which I've never used it before. It was free, so what the hell. It's what I happen to have on hand. And then I just wiped a little Mother's, oh no, it was Meguiar's Carnauba wax. It's clear coat safe, it says, which means it has almost no abrasives in it, but it's a cleaner wax. It doesn't say that on here, but it's a cleaner wax, which is good. I just wanted to leave a little bit of protection on this metal, because with the humidity as high as it is, if I left the bare metal there, I would have come out here in the morning and it would have already started to oxidize and some rust, and I just had to clean it off. So I just put a little bit of protection on there for now. But compared to what it was, hey Miss Benita, how are you? Hey Jimmy, how you doing, buddy? I was just showing folks, I had started on this earlier today, on This Is My Motorcycle, and that looked like that does now. And I started out just playing around with a low profile wool pad. I ended up, hey Mr. Bob Kula, I ended up switching over to a more aggressive, more durable wool pad on my rotary. Ended up taking all that crap off with a drill brush, cup brush, because Bob, this earlier today looked like that and that up there. So I zipped over it with the drill brush, cup brush, which this one's copper. I didn't have an aluminum one. I wished I'd have had an aluminum one. It would have been better, do aluminum with aluminum. But then I went over it, Bob, with 1,000 grit sandpaper, then 1,500. Then I went kind of old school and hit it up with that little bit more durable pad with a short extension on the rotary there, and some old school M105 Meguiar's, and then I polished it with a little bit of that Zephyr metal polish, and then I just put a little bit of wax on it just to protect it till I get done. Because you know, Bob, as well as I do, if you just leave bare aluminum sitting out in weather like this, what happens to it real quickly. So I just put a little bit of protection on there until I can, you know, get done with this thing and put the clear coat restore on it. And that's going to be more of an experiment than anything else. So I think it turned out pretty good for as old a motorcycle as this is, Bob. It's a 93 750 Nighthawk, which was not well maintained appearance wise. I bought it for somebody I know, and all he did was just ride the hell out of it. It was dropped a couple times on this side. It's got some dings and dongs for that. And I've already prepared all the painted surfaces. They're all ready for the clear coat restore and all that, and blah 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 blah. So today, just because I wanted to, I decided to see what I could do with that, which I figured it would clean up pretty fair. The next thing, after I finish the motor, I'm going to hit the wheels. They're bad shape too, as you can see. They're kind of dirty right now, but that's all right. But I'm pretty pleased with that, Bob. Pretty pleased with it. And I think when I get the clear coat restore on there, I think it'll be all right. How hot does that part right there get, do you think, Bob? You can make a comment down there and let me know. I'm not sure. That's where you put the oil in. I guess that's the oil reservoir. I think it might get warm, very warm, but I don't think it's going to get hot, not fiery hot like your exhaust does. Tell me I'm wrong. I don't mind if I am wrong. I'm just curious. I don't really know how hot that piece gets. If you know, let me know. All right, guys, I appreciate y'all. Give me a thumbs up. I'm going to put all this away. I'm going to pull Sally in out of the rain. Use I got a heated car dryer. It shoots out hot air, filtered and dryer, get all that rainwater off of it to prevent water spotting from the rain and get those contaminants off the paint. That won't take me a few minutes, and then I'm gonna cook me some supper. I appreciate y'all. Hit that thumbs up for me. Hit the like button, whatever it is we do on this thing, and leave me some comments about what you think about this. I do appreciate you guys. Alrighty then, my stomach telling me it's supper time. Bye y'all.